Hello, everybody. Matt Seafeld, Executive Vice President here at MetaVault, an effective intelligence company. Today, we're going to talk about why practice management systems have not evolved their technology to really focus on the workflow automation required to hold people accountable for the actions and the outcomes they're getting, what I call measuring the effectiveness of staff, not the productivity of staff, because there's a big difference. For so many years that I've been in healthcare revenue cycle, what I've finally come to terms with is the fact that nobody was really demanding more transparency into the outcome and effectiveness of revenue cycle people. So basic claims management systems, basic reporting, all those things were okay for many clients. Now, I've designed 4 workflow systems in my career to bolt onto these practice management systems that are not delivering what they need to deliver to hold people accountable for effectiveness. Okay. The fact that I've done that over 22 years just tells you that the market is still not there yet. And I actually don't think the PM systems, the EMR companies will ever get there. I really don't. If you'd asked me 10 years ago, I would have said, I hope they do. But here we are in 2022. It's my 4th system I've had to design here at MetaVault. I don't think they're going to get there. So what are we looking at? Right? We're looking at ways in which you can take the basic data from any PM system that you're on and bringing that into a data warehouse, which then populates workflow automation system that drives the work to the employee and measures the effort and the outcome, which all drives labor costs. Okay, we call that effective intelligence. And it's really, really important to understand that with all of the challenges going on in healthcare revenue cycle now, with the labor shortages, the higher wage demand, the work from anywhere, you're not in a business office anymore, right? Do you really have the luxury of not knowing who's doing what and what outcome they're getting? You don't. 2 years ago, you probably still could, depending on the specialty you're in, you're still probably making enough money, but those days are over. And in about 6 to 12 months, when this recession gets rolling and you're going to have a surplus of people looking for jobs, how are you going to measure in real time their effectiveness? You can't do that from your PM system. So you're going to have to look for solutions that bolt on. And that's the bottom line. So I don't blame the PM EMR companies, right? Everybody's in the same boat, right? We're all living in this world where our systems were not designed to hold people accountable for the actions, the work effort, and the outcome, which we call effectiveness, right? So here at MetaVault, we've had to build out that ecosystem in the cloud, a workflow automation task management suite with Power Analytics that takes data from any PM system, including our own. So in closing, I think that with what COVID has taught us, with all the macro challenges going on in healthcare now, especially around staffing, with margins being under pressure with declining reimbursement and then higher deductible plans, with the consumer starting to get skittish about where they spend their money, healthcare bills are always the last to be paid. You do not have the luxury anymore of not knowing every single unit of work done by every single revenue cycle person you have employed and what the outcome is. Did you get the financial outcome you expected in the time and the work effort you expected? You have to have it, right? And those that do move in this direction are going to have higher profit margins. Those that don't, I don't even know. You may end up having to be sold off to a private equity firm, lose your independence, right? Close the doors of hospitals. I hate hearing those stories. So let's get on board that everybody has to be held accountable for the work they do, right? And the PM system is not going to get you there, okay? But workflow automation technology like we've developed here at MetaVault, the Effective Intelligence Suite, bolted onto whatever PM system you're on. We've done integrations with NextGen. We've done integrations with Athena, GECPS, ECW. It doesn't matter. Whatever PM system you're on, I'm only taking a basic set of transactional data with some demographics to populate the workflow automation suite that drives the performance of your organization. And it works. And frankly, it's worked for 22 years. As I've said, I've been in this industry a long time, 4th system I've designed, and I've deployed these systems in everywhere from the large academic medical center to the small ambulatory practice. And it doesn't matter if you have a revenue cycle and you have to bill insurance or the consumer, or in most cases both. and you have to use humans to do it, which is reality, you got to get on board.